Imagine you wake up tomorrow and realize something feels weird. You're not tired at all, ever, and you can't even fall asleep, no matter how hard you try. So here's the scenario. Humans still need food, water, and rest breaks. We still get sore, stressed, and bored. But the built-in must sleep for about a third of your life feature is gone. No bedtime, no naps. Nutreza, Amy doom scrolling. Because you should be asleep anyway. Just a clean, permanent 24-hour brain. At first, this sounds like a superpower. You just got handed an extra 8 hours a day. That's basically a second life stapled onto your current one. People would celebrate by doing the most human thing possible, immediately filling that time with even more stuff. The first big change is obvious. The night becomes normal, not party night or creepy alley night, just Tuesday night. Cities would rearrange themselves around non-stop activity. Grocery stores, dentists, banks, schools, many of them would run in shifts, 24/7s. Because why not? When everyone is awake all the time, closing hours starts to sound like an old superstition. Like don't swim after eating. Jobs would split into cleaner schedules. Instead of one huge daytime rush, you'd get rotating crews. Traffic would flatten out. Rush hour might still exist. Humans love syncing up for no reason, but it wouldn't be the daily car migration we know now. You might commute at 2 a.m. and be mildly annoyed by 12 other cars. Now let's talk about school and work. Without sleep, you can learn longer, practice more, build more. A lot of people would feel pressure to use their extra hours productively, which is a fancy way of saying, your boss will absolutely discover the concept of optional midnight emails. And that's where things get spicy. Because sleep isn't just lost time, it's also a hard limit that protects you from being scheduled into paste. Right now, even the most intense hustle culture has to respect that eventually your body shuts down like a dying smartphone. Without that shutdown, the world would try to claim your hours. So societies would probably invent new rules. Not because they're nice, but because they're practical. If people never sleep, work can expand endlessly until everyone is burnt out and useless. You'd see laws like maximum continuous work hours become normal, the way we currently treat things like food safety. Not sleeping doesn't mean you're a machine. It just means you're a machine that never automatically turns off, so someone has to install an off switch. Then there's entertainment. Right now, a lot of media is built around evenings and weekends. In a sleepless world, time gets weird. You might go to a movie at 5 a.m. and then grab pancakes at a nightclub that's now a night cafe. Streaming services would release shows at random times because every time is prime time. Also, spoilers become a full contact sport because someone always watches it instantly. Relationships would change too. Couples might stop sharing bedtime as a daily ritual. Families could end up on totally different schedules. You'd have households where one person likes morning mode, another lives in permanent 2 a.m. vibes, and the dog is confused because walks now happen whenever the human calendar spins like a roulette wheel. And here comes the big reveal. The planet itself would feel the difference. Right now, nighttime is an energy dip. Lights go out, offices quiet down, factories slow, traffic thins, take away sleep, and that dip shrinks. More lights, more heating and cooling, more delivery trucks, more I'm awake so I might as well order something. Energy demand becomes smoother but higher overall, because we've turned millions of bedrooms from dark and quiet into actively doing things. That means more power plants, or a huge push for clean energy, or both. Cities would glow brighter, the sky would get busier, and ironically, people might start craving something they didn't know they miss. Real darkness and real silence. Sleep used to force you into a daily pause. Without it, we'd have to choose pauses, like a civilization learning to blink. So would a sleepless world be better? You'd gain time for art, friendships, and learning. You could take a midnight hike without it being weird. Emergency services would be easier to staff. Travel would feel faster because you'd experience every hour of it. But you'd also face a new challenge. If life never makes you stop, you can accidentally live in one long, continuous day. The takeaway is kind of beautiful and kind of terrifying. Removing sleep doesn't remove limits. It just moves them. You don't get infinite productivity, you get infinite opportunities to overdo it. If you could never sleep again, what would you do with the extra 8 hours? And what would you protect them from? Drop your answer in the comments. If you liked this kind of science meets chaos, what if? Hit like, subscribe, and tell me what impossible scenario you want next.